In this problem, I need to sketch the graph of this equation here. And just taking a look at it, can we tell just by observation what this is going to be? Notice I have a 1x squared and a 1y squared. Both of the x squared and the y squared terms are positive and the coefficients are equal. Therefore, this looks like we are going to have a circle. But what we want is we want it to be in standard form. And remember, the standard form of a circle is x minus h squared plus y minus k squared equals r squared. And if it's in that form, the center is at hk and the radius equals r, the square root of this number over here. So we think we've got a circle, so what we need to do is we need to look at our equation here and we've got to put it in standard form. The way we do this is we rewrite our equation. So I'm going to write x squared. Now what I want to do is with the x squared, I'm going to put the x term. And then I'm going to put plus a blank because I'm going to have to add something to complete the square. Now write the y terms. So I have y squared plus 6y plus another blank equals, I need to get 6 on the other side, so I'm going to subtract 6 from both sides. I get negative 6. But don't forget, if I added 2 numbers on the left side, I have to add the exact same 2 numbers on the right-hand side. So now I'm ready to complete the square. Remember, the process of completing the square is you take the coefficient of the x, we call this b, so I'm going to write b equals 2. We divide the b term by 2. If it simplifies, we simplify it. And then we take b over 2 and we square it. And so I get 1 squared is 1. So the squared term is the number I add up here. So I'm going to add 1 to both sides. So we're almost finished with the x's. And so now I just have to write x with something all squared. And what is the something? The b over 2 term. So I have x plus 1 squared for my x term. And double check it. If you take this expression here and square it, do I land up with this? Double check. First term squared, x squared. Product is 1x, double it, 2x. Last term squared gives me that. So I'm completed that. So now I have to do exactly the same with the y's. So for y, my b term is equal to 6, this number here. So you take b and you divide it by 2. 6 divided by 2 is 3. And then you take b over 2 and square it. You get 3 squared equals 9. So 9 is the number that you add to both sides. And now, what do we get here with the y? Y plus this number here, my b over 2 term, y plus 3 all squared. And double check, if I take this and square it, do I get this expression? First term squared is y squared, twice the product, 2 times 3 is 6, times y is 6y, last term squared is 9. So that one checked out. So now what does it equal? All we have to do is go over here and add those numbers together. So we get 9 and 1 is 10. 10 minus 6 is 4. So now, where is the center of this circle? Remember, to find the center, remember, here I have a minus h, here I have a plus h. So this number is the opposite of this number. So my center is at -1 and -3. Because I have the opposite of this is -1, the opposite of this is -3. And what is my radius? My radius is the square root of this number here, so my radius is 2. I've taken the information from the previous slide. I'm trying to sketch this equation here. And remember, we decided we thought it was going to be a circle because the coefficient of the x squared and the y squared, they were both positive and they were both the same. And does this look like the equation of a circle in standard form? Yes, and so we decided it was a circle. We found the center, we found the radius, so all we have to do now is graph this circle. So you find the center, which is at -1, -3, which I think is right down there. So that's -1, -3, and the radius is 2. Well, there are an infinite number of points on a circle, but we only want to plot a few of them, and we're going to pick the easiest 4. So all we do is we go up, down, left, and right 2 units from the center. So I need to go 2 units to the right, which is right here, 2 units up, which is here, 2 units to the left, which is about here, and 2 units down, which is about there. And then we need to draw something that's vaguely circular, and since it's hard to draw on this pad, I'm going to put it on pause for a second. So you can see that I have drawn my circle. That's about as good as it gets. And you can see each point is that I've drawn is here's the center, and so it's 1, 2 up, 1, 2 to the left, 1, 2 down, and 2 units to the right. And then we try and draw something that looks vaguely circular through those points.